Hey, what's going on, everybody?
This video is going to show you how to build a fence. Specifically, how I took the nasty fence you just saw and completely transformed it into the fence you're seeing now. This video is going to show you how to plan for and map out your fence installation and also spell out all the materials you're going to need for a successful job. Next, I'll show you how to properly install your vertical 4x4 posts. I'll show you how we installed the horizontal 2x4 braces. I'll show you how to install the fence pickets and what tools you're going to need. And if you follow all that, you'll be left with a nice, clean fence installation like this. You're watching the AT Improvements Backyard Transformation Series. Hey everybody. So the only thing worse than not having a fence at all is having a terrible, dilapidated fence that you need to completely demolish before you can even get started on the new work. So the first day of work for me was literally just demolishing the fence, taming the jungle you're seeing there, and basically just tearing it all down and making a bunch of dump runs to start with a clean slate. Now, before we go any further, I want to talk about the anatomy of a fence. So what you're going to need is a 4x4x8 post to secure the horizontals, and you're also going to need your 2x4 horizontal braces, which are going to be secured with 2 screws on each side. Make sure that you actually mount your 4x4s in about 2 feet of concrete, and then install your pickets one after the other with 2 nails going in each horizontal brace. Next up, I recommend that you take the time to map out the perimeter of your fence. And to do this, I recommend that you install the corner post first, then take a string line to establish the perimeter. At that point, use some spray paint to mark each post location 8 foot on center, and if you take the time with that, you won't need to cut any of your 2x4s except in the corners. And here's a quick sneak peek at the materials and costs, but more on that later. So with your layout established, it's time to actually install your 4x4 posts. So use either a post hole digger or an auger to set the depth down to 2 feet. Check to make sure that everything's level. I'm using a level there, but you can also use a string line. And then go ahead and backfill if you need to with some crusher run, and then compact everything down. Once you have the height right, go ahead and mix up your concrete. I just went with the 480 Saccrete at Home Depot. I mixed that up in a wheelbarrow, and then it was as simple as just pouring it in. I've seen some people put the dry bag in and then add water with a hose, but for me personally, I went and mixed everything up beforehand. Then go ahead and check the level to make sure your post is square, and then you're good. And I did find that a lot of the existing 4x4s were in good shape, so I only replaced a handful. Now at this point, it's time to set your 2x4 horizontal braces. And to do this, I created a template with one of the 2x4s to mark the approximate heights. I went about 12 inches off the ground and then went at about the top of the 4x4 and then split the difference for the middle. But I recommend that you go with whatever height looks best to you. So for the corner, it's probably not going to be exactly 8 feet. You might need to trim your 4x4s, and I recommend that you preset the screws into the horizontal pieces. It makes it way easier when you go to mount them to the 4x4s. So here we are screwing them in to the 4x4 posts, making sure that we're on target with our template, and then we just continued on down the fence line. So here we are installing each board. If you space the posts properly, you shouldn't need to trim any down. The 8 feet should be perfect. And keep in mind that your grade needs to be semi-uniform for this to work. Also, make sure that your posts are lining up right in the middle between the 2x4s. So again, just pre-syncing, that seemed to be the easiest, following the template here. And as you'll see, we kind of abandoned the template at this point because visually it wasn't looking great. So we started going to a visual inspection height change, and we would basically just adjust as we needed so that it looked good aesthetically. You can see here that my brother's using a level just to make sure that everything's correct, but even more important than it being level, it's important that it just looks correct visually. So you can use level if you want, but more importantly, tweak it so that the eye doesn't catch any irregularities. So with all of the 2x4 horizontal braces in place, it's time to set your fence pickets. So to do this, we established a level line all the way across to give us a consistent height for the pickets. So we didn't do this for the first one, we just did it by sight, and as you can see, it looks a little off in a couple places. So we're hoping that using this line is going to help us out. So we established the top there, ran the line, got it level, put it all the way to the other side, and put a string level on it just to make sure we were in good shape. And then the idea is when we go to install these pickets, as long as the top hits that line perfectly, we should be in good shape. So here I am establishing the first picket on that one fence face. I'm mounting the top first and then checking the level to make sure it looks good. That's important because all the rest of your pickets are kind of dependent on the first one being level. And then I'm checking the line at the top, making sure it's flush, and then hitting it with 2 nails per horizontal brace. So here's a view of the other side. So I'm checking the level with that line. Once it's good, I'm hitting it with 2 nails at the top, 2 nails in the middle, and a bonus nail, and 2 nails again at the bottom. And as I'm sure you can imagine, this is a very, very redundant job, but you're gonna go ahead and set each picket one after the other, hitting it with 2 nails per each horizontal brace there, making sure it's flush with the line at the top, and also just pulling the boards in as tight as you can to the other, because they will shrink a little bit as they dry. So I'm showing you a little time lapse here of the picket installation process. You'll see you might have to adjust the grade if there's a lump of dirt in any location, but it really is just redundant. Line everything up, check the level periodically, hit it with the nails, and have a good podcast on because you're going to be spending a lot of time doing this. I think if we worked nonstop, we could have knocked this out in a weekend, but we took breaks. It took us probably a couple weekends, but I was not going to drag this out for another day, so I clocked into the night shift to bang out this last segment here. So you'll see for this front face, first I mounted a 6x6 post for the gate, and then I used these angle brackets just to make sure for this one face it was flush all the way across, as you'll see here. Alright, here's where I made a bonehead mistake. I started off on the less visible side. Dumb. Always start on the more visible side so that if you have to cut the board down, you can do so on the side that's not right at the gate opening. Can't believe I did that. But hey, it is what it is. So again, I felt pretty confident about doing this visually because it was only about 4 feet, but I went and established the pickets, got them level with each other, and then again 2 nails per horizontal 2x4, and did that all the way across. So I was a little bit stupid here. Basically, I'm gonna have to rip this board down just ever so slightly because it doesn't fit in there, which is not a problem. I just wish I would have started on this side and finished over there so the cut was further away. But I think it's gonna be such a minor cut that it's not gonna be a big deal. So here I am ripping that board down, and it's very likely that you're gonna need to rip at least 1 or 2 boards down. Hopefully one that's not quite as visible as right in front of the gate, but here's how I did it. And you're witnessing a pretty big moment here where I nail in the final picket of this fence job. And there it is, 2 right in the middle. And that's the end of the night shift. Looks pretty good. The only thing left to do is put on your post caps and build your gate. And I'm going to show you how to build the gate in detail in my next episode of the Backyard Transformation series. So please subscribe if you want to see that. So before we do the big reveal, the last thing to talk about is the pricing and materials. So to do this, I needed to buy 480 pickets, 90 2x4s, the framing nailer, the air compressor, and all that came out to around $1,600. This doesn't account for the 4x4s or the nails and screws, but I'll have links to everything in the description. The total fence length was around 200 feet, so I would estimate that we're around $12 to $14 per linear foot of fence, which is not too bad. All right, let's check out the final product. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, please drop a like down below and consider subscribing if you like DIY content like this and you want to see how I built the gate right there or how I built this privacy screen. So I really do appreciate your support. If you subscribe, it really helps me out. If you like the video, it really helps me out. If you comment, it really helps me out with the algorithm, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.